Hello, so in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys a little bit, just a tad, about adding complex numbers. And of course, if you want to follow this general form that I have labeled up here, let me highlight it real quick, and it is here. It is a plus bi, and if you don't know, that is our general form when we have complex numbers. And essentially what this a is our real number, and a is a real number. And b is going to be our coefficient for this imaginary unit, right? So without further ado, let's get on to this. And so in number 1, we're being asked to add two complex numbers together. And the first one states that 6 minus 13i, and we want to add that to 12 plus 8i. And so the way we're going to do this simply kind of like algebra 1 when we're adding simple terms like 2x plus 3 plus 2x as well, and this is going to transfer on. So let's find the common terms, and we have a real number here, those are our a values, and so we're going to group them together. So that would be 6 plus 12, right? Okay, what about these numbers right here? We have negative 13i and positive 8i, and so if we can group these together, that would be great. So minus 13i plus 8i. Okay, so let's bring this down a further step, and we're just going to simplify this a bit. So this would be 18, 6 plus 12 is 18, of course, and then we're going to subtract by 13 plus 8, and that would be 5. And of course, don't forget this I. And so 18 minus 5i will be our final solution. And then we're going to have a very similar problem here in number 2. In this states that we are also to add two complex numbers. And so we're being asked to add 4 plus 7i plus 2 plus 3i. And so we're going to do the same method that I taught you in the previous example, and we're going to combine like terms. So here's a 4 and here's a 2. And in a different color, we're going to add 7i and 3i, right? So let's bring this down. Let's group them together. So 4 plus 2. And of course, our imaginary units, we're going to have plus 7i plus 3i. And let's finally simplify this down, and that would be 6 plus 10i. And normally what I would do is I would simplify down these imaginary units, but since it's simply I to the first power, we can't really do anything, because the square root of negative 1 to the first power, of course, it's still going to be I. And I hope this video